get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, Goff. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game. And boy, again, they won't get this off in time. Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game. Now Griffin. And that's out to the flat for Swift. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Griffin. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Tyron Johnson, the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. And the pressure getting to RG3. He's brought down for the sack. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. To try again after the sack. Griffin. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Play action, it's Griffin. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. The NFC's Pro Bowl punter a year ago, Jack Fox, on to punt for the Lions. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker.
Downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
An opening past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play to just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
Like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The 1st down line at the 34 here on third down. Off the play fake. Here's Griffin. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what will be the final play of this first quarter. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Here's Jack Fox now as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's a fake. And this is caught. But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs. Boy, that's asking a lot of your punt team there, and they were not able to deliver.
It's asking an awful lot of the punt team there because if it's 4th and 4, 4th and 3, you've got a chance, right? That's a manageable distance to try and pick up when you're running a fake. But when that number's actually been in the weight room and it's pumped up like it was, that's difficult to do, all right? So you might even think to yourself, if I left my offense on the field, would they be able to pick that up? You can run a nice play and not get that distance.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries of the ball game.
Now this time, Rodgers will throw. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 25 yards that time. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On second down now, Cottrell. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
And as he approaches to kick it off, he might be thinking this could be a 14-0 lead with a couple of PATs as he sends this one away. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Lions on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. On play action, now Rodgers.
And that'll be complete to Dillon.
It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers.
Robert Tonyan
there to make the grab.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Running is Swift.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, Coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time.
Try this again. It's another fake. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. There was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete.
They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 69 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in his first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front, because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Griffin going for the deep ball. And got his man complete. He's at the 30. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball. And I certainly think we'll...
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Chris Godwin, 79 yards. And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Rodgers will throw for it. That's caught. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Play action. Now Griffin. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them. And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Flush to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he's brought down. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. They'll come out in the pistol. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Packers take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right? Minimizing
those and maximizing opportunities.
And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. To throw is RG3. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Griffin. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this 3rd quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's...
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. Griffin.
He'll get this off to Swift. And he is going to have a Lions first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4. They'll throw on first down with Griffin.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
The first defensive back taken in this year's draft, Darnell Savage there to knock that one away. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
This is Swift on the counter. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Griffin. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The intended target was Calvin Ridley. 3rd down here.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
And we always talk about sacks as a sign of defensive pressure. Well, the Lions also talked about how you affect a quarterback in the pocket. They had the fewest quarterback pressures in the entire league last year. So upgrading, that was a priority. And the front office appears to have gotten it done. There's a sack right there.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Griffin. That's going to be caught by Coulter. And he is going to have a Lions first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. On first down, Griffin. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd and 10, Griffin. He's going to try and go deep again. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, Carter, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. To throw, it's Rodgers. He completes it to Ridley. Touchdown! Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game.
And the Packers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead. Well, I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They go play action with Griffin. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no.
Here's Swift.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
Swift again.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
DeAndre Swift
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Lions are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
Julian Okwara.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers looking downfield for Godwin. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Chris Godwin.
51 yards.
And the Packers are on their way to a 2-0 start.
As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one, you're exactly right. Clean sweep, and boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
95 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a carry for Swift. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll run here with Swift. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Here's a quick throw right side. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by Seibert, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Rodgers throwing here. Escaping the pressure right. And this one's incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin. That'll bring up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 17. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, they get a fourth quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. On 3rd down, Griffin. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Despite being 0 for 4 converting these so far, I guess you're going to say 5th time's the charm. They're going again on 4th down. Here we go. It's Griffin on 4th down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Rodgers looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule, because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Griffin. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. One last shot for RG3. He's going to let it fly.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
A big offensive explosion, leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Packers, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers.